Way to go. Good job. Good job. Bro, good job. Way to go. Seriously, man, I really enjoyed it. That was amazing. Everybody doing all right tonight? Super cool, super cool. Totes my goats. That's Amaze Cray. So happy to hear that. That's for Dick on the Wheel. My name is Aaron Applecourt is what I go by. But here's the deal. I think something's really neat about everybody coming out here just being so fun and so cool. And it's fine. It's fine. Anybody who wants to listen will listen. So when I first moved out here to Colorado, I'm from Florida, okay? And I'm not as cool because when you tell people you're from Florida, they automatically add 25 years to your age. So everybody thought I was like 55. They're like, really? So you're just coming out here for a few years before you go back to Florida and retire? Like, well, not exactly, but I came out to Colorado, and then I started hearing all my friends say words like, I was like, so where are we going today? They're like, oh man, we're going to this restaurant. It's Totes Amaze Cray. And I was like, what? What? Did you say Totes Amaze Cray? Like, what does that even mean? And then they're like, yeah, dude, their enchiladas are ridiculous. I'm like, okay, are you just shortening every word? Is this like abbreviation for everything? And at first I was like, you guys are like a bunch of middle schoolers, because I think I've seen this stuff on Disney Channel. And so it took me like 2 weeks, and I'm like, you guys are really lame. But then I saw them having so much fun, just using all these words and all these phrases. They're like, Totes, Amaze Cray with all their friends. And I'm like, this is not fair. They're having way too much fun without me. So I like Amaze Cray, Totes, Ridic, up in here all the time, 24/7. And I'm not as cool for sure, but I'm having a lot more fun than I did because I don't care. So that's definitely true. So another thing about words, though, that I realized, have any of you ever tried to sing while eating? You don't realize that you're doing it, but it happens, right? That song comes on, right? You're eating those ribs, and it's like, make that money, watch it, buddy. Like, oh shoot, man. Especially if you're on a date, you're like, that's not cool. But it's so funny because you start doing that, and then you're like, what's happening? You can't do the two things at the same time. But here's what's funny. You will not stop eating. You want to sing so hard, but your body's like, you better eat all this rib right now. Don't enjoy yourself. Your body is like, I'm in control. Eat food. But that's a lot of fun. What happened was, I gotta be honest with you. So some of my singing stories came when I was, I grew up in a Christian conservative family, and I'm still very, very Christian, very Jesus loving. And conservative, maybe, I don't know really what that means, in a lot of things. And so we listened to like Michael W. Smith and Sandy Patty, and if any of you know who that is, please give me a what? Carmen, somebody? Okay, they were not mainstream, but they were awesome. He would like imitate Michael Jackson and put on like a white diamond glove and be like, yeah. I'm like, Michael Jackson did this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. But okay, cool, whatevs. And so my mom, she had these two CDs in her room though, and it wasn't Sandy Patty, and it wasn't Carmen, and it wasn't Stephen Curtis Chapman. It was like a guy named Michael Bolton. And you know, we're kids, you know, we want to know what's up with that. We're like, man, my parents had this CD in there, man. It must be like off limits. You know how kids are off limits, you're 11 years old, you're like, well, I'm gonna go listen to this. So we would sneak it at night when my parents would go to sleep, and we'd play it over and over and over. And songs get stuck in your head. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, you know, Let It Go's in everybody's head from Frozen. It's in everybody's head. Well, these songs, you're 11 years old and you're singing, tell me all about it. Tell me about the way you make it. Tell me one more time before I go. How am I supposed to live without you? And you sing this love song and you're like, what is happening right now? But you don't realize that because you're 11 years old. See, that's not as bad. But then you get a hold of your parents' Celine Dion CD because you think it's off limits, and you're like, cause I'm your lady. You are my lady. And you're like, I'm in a house full of boys and brothers, and we're talking about being ladies, but we're going around, sweeping the floor, and just having a good old time. So it's kind of embarrassing, but I think it's more fun than embarrassing, so that's the message of the day. Have more fun than be embarrassing. And I'm gonna look at my notes, because I actually remembered all that in a row. That's pretty impressive, guys. Thanks for being amazing. You're amazing, guys. So what happened? Okay. So I know we all do it. So I want you to think in your brain those times when you try to show off, especially us guys. All right? You try to show off, and it doesn't work out the best for you. Okay? It doesn't work out the best for you. Like you try to show off, like for example, you're 13 years old and you're like, it's cool to have facial hair, so I'm gonna put Rogaine on my upper lip. Okay, that didn't work. I'm gonna use a little bit of Sharpie to fill in my fuzz. Ooh, bad idea, it doesn't work. So, but my brother, he was super strong. He used to do this ab core workout all the time when he was 15. So your older brother's always like, they know what's up, right? Your older brother knows what's up. I'm 12 years old, and I see my brother, he did this ab workout, and he'd have like these 9-year-old girls like hit him in the stomach. And he'd be like, yeah, oh man. His cousins and stuff, he's like, look at my stomach, it's so rough, oh. So I was like, dude, I want to be cool like that. So I was in Little League, and I'm 11 years old, and there's this kid who was 13. And I'm like, man, 13-year-olds are big. They're like big kids when you're 11. And they were like, so, man, like, what's cool about you? And I'm like, yeah, I just met you. My name's Aaron. I got rock hard abs. They're like, okay. You're like, yeah, man, I can eat now ladies all the time. It doesn't matter. I got rock hard abs. They're like, really? Can I punch it? I'm like, of course. Of course you can punch my abs, man. Your hand will probably be hurt, but if you're willing for that to happen, go ahead. So I sit there, and I really thought, like, my abs were rock hard. And he's like, boom! And I'm like, he's like, did it hurt? I'm like, no, dude. You're straight. I got you later. If you guys weren't sure where the punchline in that was, it was when I went, oh yeah, that was funny. Thanks for laughing. You're amazing. Okay, here's another one. So we're talking about showing off and embarrassing yourself. So I have this talent and skill that I showed to you guys last week. I'm going to just do a little demonstration, okay? So I can kick really high, and I make sure almost everybody that I know knows that. So I'm at work, and the ceilings are about this high, and I'm a server, okay? And there's a lot of waitresses. Well, once again, being a guy, it doesn't really matter if you're a girl, but it helps. We love showing off. Okay, so if you're just a girl and you're in front of us, we're like, hey, look what I can do, I'm amazing! And so I kick the ceiling at my restaurant in order to swoon the girls. Now I do go by a motto, don't swoon too soon. Okay, so I waited a couple months before I did it, but I kicked the ceiling, I'm like, you can tell your friends if you want. It's okay. So I tried this at my friend's house. They had like this whole island beach theme going on, and the fans were made of like big giant banana leaves. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be so cool, because there's like a dance party in the living room, and I'm like, well, everybody else is dancing and showing off, I already got a couple looks, so I'm like, I'm gonna do my high kick, kind of save it till the end, I gotta show off for sure, for real, so I kind of wait till everybody gets out the dance floor, and I'm like, well, boom, because I want to fling the fan so hard that it just blows wind on everybody, and they're like, what just happened? And I'm like, I just happened, and so they're like, what's going on here? But what actually happened, that was in my head, I hit the fan so hard, it cracked, dust came up over there, and they're like, that was a bad idea. Here's a message for you. Children, here's a message for you. Showing off is never a bad idea. Okay? If you want to say it with me, showing off is never a bad idea. Now, you can poorly execute your showing off endeavors, but it's never a bad idea, just bad execution. Alright? So the message of the day is show off. Okay, guys, I want you to show off. Who are you? Ask yourself, who are you? If you're not sure, ask your friend. If you don't have a friend, make one and ask them who you are. So it's never a bad idea. So the true story is, though, I want to encourage you. Be you. 4 minutes. Perfect. Thank you, Maui. I appreciate you. You do you, boo-boo. So, show off, guys, who you are. Love people. The word says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. Do something good. That's you being you. Let your light so shine. It's amazing. You do you. Love some people. I know you guys are the people, you hang out with people, you love people, you spend time with them, pray with them if they need it. Give them a call. That's showing off. So I just want to encourage you guys, you're amazing. The impact you have, the little bit that you have is super cool. Totes my goats, cray on the grill. So I do want to finish off with this, since I have 3 minutes left, and I didn't actually say this. So this whole word thing, right, that I heard, and I jumped in fully after 2 weeks, because I thought it was ridiculous or ridiculous, but then I found out it was so cool. Everything is shortened. They're like, man, you got swag. I'm like, what's swag short for? They're like, swag. I'm like, swag's short for swagger. How can you super shorten this? Pretty soon, we're going to be a bunch of mimes and robots being like, I got. What did you just say? We're just a bunch of mimes. We don't even got to say nothing. It's abbreviation city. We're like. That one was short for Go You. Love you. Aaron Applecart in the house. Love you guys. Amazing.